Minnesota. And today we are going to channel our inner minnow, that little fish that when it comes up against a rock or a submerged log, it just easily flows and flits and moves right on past. So sometimes life drops big things down in front of us and we can bash our way into them. And yet if we can channel that minnow, we can see what's there and we can just move easily, moving with the current and being as graceful and athletic as we can. So that's what we're going to do today. And in order to get us in that mindset, we're going to start with a mudra, or hand gesture. So bring your fingers together and bring your palms face down. Now stack your right hand on top of your left. Then bring out your little fins and pull those hands back into your center. Get those sitting bones in a really nice position that allows you to have a firm foundation. And from there, make sure that pelvis is centered. And we grow the spine up out of that pelvic bowl. We tuck that chin and lift the crown of our heads, and we can close those eyes. Relax in the shoulders. So the hands are maybe doing something they don't often do. But can we relax into this mudra? Can we already begin to channel our inner minnow, flowing with the breath? Graceful, athletic, shining. If you've ever seen their bellies, they shine when they catch the light. So those are the things we're going to really be after today. Flowing with ease rather than forcing and pushing up against something. Staying soft, supple, connected to that breath as a way to remind us of being mindful and of moving with grace, strength, and ease. Taking one more breath. You can even wiggle your fins, those thumbs. Let's exhale. Release those hands, and you can rock it out. So from here, I want us to already start moving. And if you're a dude, you might be thinking, I don't move like that. Well, sometimes women think they don't move in a particular way, or just certain people think, I don't move like that. Doesn't matter. Just see what can happen. I don't care what I look like. I'm just trying to get into my body. Maybe look up and back. Move those arms. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Maybe see what you can start to feel. Where are you thinking, oh, I have some tension there. Can you move forward, backward, flowing from that spine? Inhale and exhale. Now, let's come onto our hands and our knees. And from there, we're going to extend that right foot back and bring it off the left edge of our mat. And turn and look back toward that left heel. Extend through your heart. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, bring that leg around and tap your right elbow. Swing it back behind you and bring it to the floor. Inhale, we tap that right elbow. Exhale, let's swing it around and tap that floor. Inhale, we bring it to that right elbow, and we exhale, tap, and bring that right foot to the left side of our mat. Now, let's move that left arm just forward, up, and out, and back. Doesn't matter what it looks like. We're just adding some mobility. Inhale, and lower that left hand. Bring the right knee back to the earth, and shake your tail. So from here, let's extend that left leg. We swing it around to the right side of our mat, and we look back toward that left heel. So our body is curving, we're planted in those hands. Now inhale, tap left knee to left elbow, and exhale, swing it back behind you. We inhale, bring knee to elbow, and exhale, bring it back. We inhale, tap that knee, and lower that left foot back, and now we start to move that right arm. So you might circle it it forward and back, out and under, maybe behind your head. Simply flowing with some energy through that arm. There is no right way to do it. We plant that right hand down, bring our left knees down, and bring our knees to the edges of our mats, and we'll go ahead and sit on back into child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Walk those hands off the left side of your mat and stack your right hand on top of your left and make that same mudra. So your thumbs come out, your ears can tuck between those biceps, and we are minnows. Feeling supported, buoyant, full of lightness and grace. One more breath in. Then walk those hands back to center. We walk the right hand off the mat and then stack that left hand. Let our fins come out as we drop the ears between the biceps. Stretching along that left side body. Stay relaxed in those shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Return to hands and knees. Tuck those toes and press yourself back into a down dog where you lift one heel and then the other. You can also start to sway those hips side to side like you're some seaweed in the waves, and come to stillness. Inhale, exhale. Breathing one more breath in. Then look up at those hands, stepping or hopping to the front of the mat. Inhale, our hearts extend, and exhale, we fold over those legs. Now, inhale, swim forward with that left arm and come all the way up. And exhale, come back to your hands on the earth. Other side, inhale, that right arm swims. We lift it up and circle back and come down toward the mat. Swim that left arm up and back and bring those hands back down to the mat. Then we bring that right arm forward, back, and we come to the mat. Bend those knees, grab those elbows, and sway side to side. Inhaling and exhale. So now bend those knees, take gentle fists, and just hit your legs. Bringing some energy into those legs, into your calves, your hamstrings, the bottoms. And you can go up if you would like. One more breath in. Then we plant those fingertips on the earth. Inhale, extend knees and heart. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, those arms sweep out and we rise. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart and chin to your chest. Inhale, we sweep those arms up. Then we bring ourselves forward. Inhale, hearts extend. And then we'll step or hop back into plank. And from here, bring your right arm forward if you can. You can always come to your knees if you need. Otherwise, that right arm is reaching forward. Inhale, and exhale, lower it to the earth. Then we extend that left arm. We're reaching. We are so strong. Knees are totally fine. This is difficult. Inhale. Lower that left hand to the mat. Now, you can come to your knees and drop your hips and just come into a high cobra, or you can come into an upward facing dog. So we don't usually get into it this way, but we're going to let those hips drop. Lift through our hearts. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, turning those toes under and come on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. We look up at our hands and we'll step or hop to the front of the mats. We inhale, our hearts extend, and exhale, we fold over those legs. Inhale, arms sweep out. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, arms lift. Keep your left arm lifted. Bring your right arm down your right hamstring and reach up and back. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands back up. Now that left hand drops. You can either look up or it's easier on the neck if you look toward the floor. Last breath in. Let's exhale. Inhale, bring that left hand back up. Exhale, we cactus. Inhale, we lift arms up. Then swan dive forward. Inhale, hearts extend. Stay on those fingertips. Exhale and lift that right leg. Inhale, drop that left leg. Exhale, we lift the other leg and lower it down. Bend your knees. We bring those arms forward and sit in a chair. So your palms are facing one another. Inhale, swim those arms back. And exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, we swim those arms back. And we exhale, bring those palms facing one another. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. And exhale, come on forward. Now lift those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, stand all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart and chin to your chest. Awesome. Inhale, we rise with those arms. Let's exhale, tip ourselves forward. Inhale, that heart extends. Exhale, step or hop back into plank. Bring your feet about hip width apart. So we're going to drop those heels over to the right. Right knee can drop, and we can lift that left arm toward the sky. You can always stack left foot on right if you have it. Inhale and exhale. Taking one more breath in. Then we lower that left hand. We bring our feet hip width apart. We're going to drop the heels to the left and let that right arm lift. Sorry, you're looking at my back. But we're going to stack, if you have it, either drop that left knee or you can stack that right foot as that right arm reaches toward the ceiling. Let's inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand. Your knees can be up or down as you move through chaturanga. Inhale, lift into up dog. Exhale, come on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts, and let's step it on forward into a high lunge. So we inhale, come on up, and then exhale, bring our hands back along our torso. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we swing those arms back. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, fold. Now stay here, bring your arms out to a T. And this is a challenging pose. It might feel like we're bumping up against a rock. But instead, can we keep that breath flowing? That sense of lightness. Inhale, one more breath. Before we plant those front hands, drop that back knee and lift through those right toes. We inhale, extend through our hearts, and exhale, fold over that right leg. Your torso is as long as you can make it, and we're trying to really pull those right toes to activate that right shin. We're sinking the hips down and back. One more breath in. Plant that front foot, lift that back knee, and come on up into a high lunge. And now we hold. Let that breath flow. Inhale. See if you can extend even more through those arms. Exhale. Last breath in. Let's frame that front foot and step back, either down dog or vinyasa. We inhale, lift through our hearts. We exhale, flow back into downward facing dog. So inhale, lift that left leg. We step it on through. We come up into a high lunge. Inhale. And exhale, bow, bringing those hands alongside our torso. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we bow. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, let's bow. Stay there or bring your arms out to a T. Try and grow really straight through that right leg. Heart is moving forward. So we are working, and yet can we do it with grace? Inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, drop that back knee, lift those left toes. Inhale, our hearts lift, and we exhale, fold over those left legs. Crown of the head moving toward the front of your mat, hips moving back, long in that spine. Inhale. Then let's exhale, plant that left foot, lift that right knee, come on back up into high lunge. Settle into that knee, straighten through the right knee, lift through your heart, and feel how buoyant that you are in this pose, that your legs have you, and you have this sense of lift and grace. Last breath in. We'll frame that front foot and step back either into down dog or through vinyasa. Knees up or down. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. So inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bend that knee and stack your right hip over your left. Press into those hands so that your heart can move toward the floor and toward that back knee. We lift through that right knee, last breath in. We step that right foot through, lower our back heel, and come into warrior two. Bending into that front knee, extending through those arms. Now, we're going to inhale, lift our arms up and straighten through that right knee. Exhale, bring the hands down the center and we extend. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, swim down that center and extend. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, everything nice and long. Now inhale, the left arm down the left leg, right arm lifts. And exhale, right elbow to right knee, left arm up. Inhale, we tip back. And exhale, we tip forward. Inhale, we come on back. And then we come on forward before we come back to a normal warrior two. Bend into the posture and let's hold. I know we're working that right thigh, but we've got this. We really do. So stay strong, supple, light, fierce. One more breath in, then tumble those hands, stepping back, down dog or vinyasa. We inhale, lift through our hearts, and exhale, press ourselves on back. So this time, let's inhale, lift that left knee. We'll bend that knee and stack hip over hip. So we're really trying to lift through the left hip, press back through that right hip. One more breath in before we step that left foot through, and I'm going to switch sides. So, or just so you can see me. So that left foot steps forward and we come on into warrior two. We bend into that left knee and we settle. Now we start to move. So inhale, knee straightens, arms lift. Exhale, we swim down that central channel and extend those arms. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, float those arms. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we float. And now we move back and forth. So inhale, that left arm lifts as the right arm goes down your leg. Exhale, left elbow, left knee as the right arm comes up and over. Inhale, we bring ourselves back. And exhale, left knee to left elbow, and we reach. Last time, we come on back, and we bring that elbow to knee, right arm overhead, and now let's return to our warrior two and hold. Move those toes, try and stay buoyant. I know those hips are feeling it. Last breath. Let's bring those hands to the mat and decide down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we press on back. So now turn to face the long edge of your mat. So your legs are nice and wide and you can come on up. You could bend your knees to get up there. And so what I want us to do is to inhale, lift our arms up. Bring your heels in and your toes out, and bring your hands down the central channel of your body. Now inhale, just lift your right arm, and we exhale, lower. We're gonna inhale, lift that left arm, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift into a V. Now this time, bring your elbows to your ribs and hold. So we're holding in this beautiful, strong posture, sitting in those hips. Try and press your knees to the back. Inhale, our heart lifts. Now keep your right elbow where it is. Extend your left elbow over. Oh my. One more breath in. Bring that left elbow back to your ribs. Now that right arm extends. Oh, these thighs are feeling it. One more breath in before we bring it back to center. Bring our hands to prayer. Inhale, we lift back up. Turn those heels out and toes in. Reach really tall. Now try and bring your left hand to your right foot, and your right arm can lift in the air. So this is a modified revolved triangle. We have that left hand to that right foot. Our heart extends, then we try and twist. We inhale and exhale. Take one more breath in. Let it go. Look down at that left hand. Inhale, bring it back up. Now the right arm lifts and we bring it to that left foot. The left arm rises toward the sky. So that spine is long. From there we twist. We try and use that right hand on that left foot to help us twist. Inhale and exhale. Last breath in. Then we look down at the right hand. We inhale, bring the right arm up, bring the left arm up, bring your hands together and come down that central channel. So you can now either grab your elbows or interlace those fingers. Keep your feet nice and wide. We inhale, lift through our hearts, then pour or flow ourselves forward. And we lower the crown of the head toward the mat. So you want to plant equally through those feet and lift through those hips and your belly button. We open into that heart space. Inhale and exhale. Taking one more breath in before we release those hands. And bring the hands below your face, then walk them straight out into down dog arms while you have wide legs. Sitting back through those hips, letting the hips lift as the heart and the head move down and forward. Maybe walk those arms forward a little and just see what happens. If you move those arms out, boy, you can start to feel that differently. As you inch those arms forward, try and stay as balanced as you can. Last breath in. Then we walk those hands back in. we'll turn our right toes out and bring our right arm out to the side in an OK symbol. Let our left arm hover, and our upper body is parallel to the earth. So imagine we are flowing in all kinds of directions. Forward, backward, front, back, side to side. Let's inhale, breathing. Exhale. You can always drop your hands to make this transition, or turn those right toes in, left toes out, and keep your arms up. Hips move back, head moves forward, arms move out to the sides, grow long through the neck. So it's like someone has room back there to, I don't know, just draw a little heart on the back of your neck or whatever. Inhale, one more breath in, then exhale. Everyone bring your hands to the mat, turn your left toes in, extend once again through that heart. Take your peace fingers and grab those big toes. We inhale, extend, then bend those elbows as we bring the crown of the head toward the floor. Try and rock forward on your feet. We have a tendency to rock back in this posture, but rocking forward actually brings more evenness to your feet. We're going to inhale, one more breath, and exhale. Inhale, come back up. Plant those hands, turn your right toes out, and bend that right knee. Bring your hands inside that right foot, so they're just right by that right foot. Inhale, lift through that heart. Maybe try and bring the crown of your head into those hands, or at least in that direction. So we bend into that right knee. We stay long through that left leg, and we flow on our breath. Inhale. Let's exhale. Inhale, we lift. Walk yourself to the other side so those right toes turn in, left toes turn out. We plant those hands and create a little space for our head. Inhale, extend. From there, we lower the crown of our head, and it might not touch the floor. That's totally fine, or it might. We grow straight through that right leg, bend into that left leg, and we stretch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we lift. Walk back to the center. Bring your hands to your waist and build yourself back up. Perfect. Turn and come to the front of your mat once again. So from here, let's inhale, lift those arms up overhead, and exhale, tip ourselves forward. Inhale, the heart extends. Exhale, step or hop back into plank. And separate those feet. You can come to your knee. So we're going to drop those heels over to the right. We're going to lift that left arm. Now stay there, or stack the feet, or come into starfish. So we let that left leg hover, oh my, for 3. Oh, you got this. 2, whatever you are doing. 1, lower everything down, and we change sides. So now the heels drop over to the left, then the left knee can drop, right arm can rise, stack right foot on left, or let it hover for 3, 2, 1. Lower that right hand to the floor, bring your knees to the floor, and lower yourself all the way down. Come onto those forearms in our lovely Sphinx pose. So our hearts lift, hips are nice and grounded on the earth. Inhale, exhale. So now we're going to come into dolphin. So you could just stay here in Sphinx, or you could come into plank just on your forearms, So this is a place to stay, or you can start to walk those feet in, letting your hips lift. So those hips can lift. Inhale and exhale. Stay relaxed in those shoulders. If you would like, inhale, lift that right leg. And we exhale, lower. Inhale, we might try lifting that left leg or not. And exhale, lower. One more time each side. Inhale, right leg lifts. We exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg lifts. And we exhale, lower. Bring those knees to the mat and thank all that is holy as we come into a child's pose. So those arms reach forward, and in fact, try and come on those fingertips. So the fingertips are on the earth. Try and stay equally balanced through the shoulders. Inhale. Let's exhale. Inhale, come back to table. Tuck those toes and press ourselves back. Downward facing dog. Alrighty, we're gonna inhale, lift that right leg, and exhale, step it on through. We're going to inhale, come up into a high lunge. Exhale, bring those hands back along our sides. Stay here or come onto that right leg. Your arms can come out to airplane. Flex through the left toes. I know this is a challenging practice, but good on you for getting on your mat. One more breath in. Try and bend that right knee, step all the way back, come back into a high lunge. Bring your hands to the earth and that left knee to the mat. And we once again lift those right toes. So inhale, heart extends, and we bend over that leg, or come into Hanumanasana, splits pose. So that right leg can move forward, it can move forward. You get to stop and stay where your body says stop and stay. But if you have a full split pose, you can go ahead and try it. We'll let those hips sink as the heart lifts. Inhale, one breath in. And we exhale, bring that foot back. Now, so we're all back with that right foot lifted. Plant your left hand as your right arm lifts toward the sky. So a twisting half Hanumanasana. Inhale. Now let's exhale, lower that right hand. We're gonna lower the right foot, lift the back knee, come back up, then frame that front foot, down dog or vinyasa. We inhale, lift through our hearts, and we exhale, return to our down dog. And other side. So let's inhale, lift that left leg, and we exhale, step it through. Inhale, flow into high lunge. Exhale, bring those hands back into arrow. Stay there or come onto that left foot. Maybe bringing your arms out to a T. Heart extends. Inhale. Exhale. Now flow back into that high lunge. Inhale, arms lift. We frame that front foot, drop the back knee, lift those left toes. Inhale, our hearts extend, and we exhale, fold over. Staying there, or maybe walking that left heel forward, sliding it into splits if that works for you. Then our hips drop as our hearts lift. Or if you're in the half posture, just try and make your spine as long as you can. We inhale, one more breath. Exhale, everyone bring that left foot back. Left toes are still lifted. We plant that right hand as we flow that left arm up into the air. Playing like minnows, seeing what happens. And it doesn't matter where your body goes. It just matters that you're breathing, that you're opening, that you're trying. One more breath in before we lower that left hand and we step into that left foot. We lift the right knee. We come back up into high lunge. Then we move either to down dog or vinyasa. We inhale, lift. We exhale, come on back. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. So look up at your hands and we'll either step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, our hearts extend, and we exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, arms sweep out, and we come up and bring our hands to our hearts and chin to our chest. So now we'll do standing figure 4. You can ground down through that right foot. We inhale, lift the left. We cross that left ankle over, sitting those hips down and back. Bring your hands to your heart, to that left calf, the right shin, some books or blocks, or the floor. And we're doing this to work our balance and to try and get some into that left hip. So the more we bend that right knee, the more that's going to open that left hip. Keep the left feet really flexed. Let's inhale. Exhale, bring our hands back to our waist. Build ourselves back up and walk it out. Left foot grounds. We inhale, lift that right knee. We flex that right foot and cross it over. We sit ourselves back and down. Hands to our heart, calf, shin, blocks, floor. You decide. So it's your choice. Sit those hips down if you can. Flex through those right toes. Really get into that juicy hip joint. Shoulders move towards your waist, not your ears. One more breath. We bring those hands back to our waist and build ourselves back up and walk it out. So bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale those arms up overhead. We exhale, tip ourselves forward, coming onto your fingertips. Now lift your right heel off the earth and swing your right hip towards your right shoulder, stretching out that left outer hip. Shoulders move towards your waist, heart moves forward, last breath in. Before we lower that right heel, then lift the left heel, hips swing to the left. We ground down through that right foot and long through that spine. Inhale. And exhale, left heel lowers. Bend your knees, bring your hands back to your waist, and come on up. So we'll inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, heart extends. Let's step that right foot back and lower that right knee. So we'll climb on up. Press those hands into that left knee and lift through your heart, stretching through the front of that right leg. Lifted and sinking. One more time. Inhale. Let's exhale. So here, inhale those arms up. Bring your hands into prayer and hook your right elbow outside that left knee. You can always use your left hand if you need. And we bring our thumbs toward our hearts. Bend into that left knee. Stay there, or you can always tuck those back toes and lift that right knee. Now it's a bit more of a balanced posture. Straight through that right leg if it's lifted. Inhale. And exhale. Bring both hands inside that left foot. Turn those left toes out. We'll come into lizard. Inhale, hearts lift. You might be on your hands. You might. And this time, let's just keep that back knee on the earth. We don't always have to do the extra work. Sometimes we really can just flow easily and take the option that is just more of a nourishing option. Inhale, and let's exhale. Walk yourself back up, turn those left toes in, frame that front foot, lift that back knee, step that right foot forward. Inhale, our hearts extend, and we exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, hearts extend, taking a big step back with that left foot, and we drop the left knee. Climb ourselves on up onto that right knee. We bend into that right knee, lifting through our hearts. Oh, just feeling that all the way through this side of our body. And yet we're steady and really solid on that right side. Let's inhale and exhale. So now inhale, both arms up. Bring those hands down in prayer. Hooking left elbow outside right knee if you can. Bring your thumbs towards your heart. Maybe staying there or lifting that back knee. Leg nice and straight as you balance or twist or do both. One more breath in. Let's release. Bring both hands inside that right foot. We'll drop the left knee. Turn those right toes out. Inhale, we lift. Maybe staying on our hands, possibly coming onto those elbows, and the crown of the head can drop. See if you can bring some extra weight to that right elbow. It gets a little light in this posture, letting the hips sink toward the earth. Inhale, and let's exhale. Inhale, we walk back up. The right toes turn in. We tuck those left toes, lift that left knee, step ourselves forward, bend those knees, and come onto our bum. So from here, you can move that flesh out of the way. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, we flow forward. And let's just do some quiet postures here at the end. So try and find a forward fold that works for you. If this one doesn't, your legs can certainly be wide. So feeling your low back, your hamstrings, letting them be in charge. And we just flow with what messages they are sending us. Inhale. And let's exhale. Inhale, coming back up. We'll come on to our backs and extend your left leg. Bring your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Releasing in that right hip. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that right leg. You can take your hamstring, your calf, your ankle, or that foot, and stay relaxed on the earth this time, so your left arm could come out to the left if you would like. Doesn't matter where you're grabbing, but try and keep that leg straight. Don't let the toes turn in or out. So really nice and straight. Last breath in. Bring a slight bend to that knee. Bend your left knee. Now, bring your arms out to a T. Straighten through that leg once again. Really flex through those toes. Let that right leg drift to the left side of your mat. You keep it straight, but we're trying to get into that outer right hip. You can look towards your right if you would like to add the neck into this. Inhale. And exhale. Now cross that right leg over, lift the left, and let those knees fall over to the left as you look away to your right. That right arm can reach away from you. So a really juicy twist here to wring out the organs, to celebrate all that blood flow that's going to go back in there. As soon as we let go, one more inhale. Exhale, we release and bring it back up. Uncross those legs. So now that right leg goes long. We pull that left knee toward our left shoulder, getting that deep release. Oh my gosh, yoga is awesome. Feeling so good. Then we can grab that hamstring and straighten that leg. Maybe walk our hands up. Maybe grab that foot. Keep your chin moving towards your heart, paying attention to any differences that your sides might have. So one side might be one experience and the other side might feel very different. We're going to inhale, exhale, release. Bend that left knee a little. Slide that right knee in so the right knee is bent, sole of the foot on the floor. Now extend through that left leg again. Bring your arms out to a T. Let that leg drift to the right side of your mat. Straight through that left leg. That's what's really going to get into that left hip. We extend, inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to bend that left knee and bring across our legs. We lift our knees and feet off the earth. Drop the knees over to the right and we'll look left. Heart is open to the sky as our organs are getting massaged by our breath. Inhale. Let's exhale. We'll inhale, come back up and take happy baby. So grabbing shins, ankles, or the outsides of those feet. Letting those knees drop. Inhale. And exhale. Taking one more breath in. Let's release and come into your Shavasana. So taking a posture where you can feel relaxed. So that might be knees bent, knees together as your feet are on the floor, or feet together as those knees are apart. Or maybe you extend your legs. Whatever is going to bring you the most nourishing rest as you let your body absorb all of that work that you just did. Feeling supported by the earth, held. Knowing that rest is as important as doing. Yoga is all about balance, and so we need both of those. Breathing. May you hold on to your center. May the light inside you shine. May you hold on to your center. May the light inside you shine. And I invite you to hold Shavasana for as long as you would like today. Letting yourself